Hi class. So today you're going to count up and down numbers between 100 and 220. So we will be able to count up and down numbers between 100 and 220. Okay? So today you learned about happy benchmark numbers. Remember, a happy benchmark number is a number that has a 0 in the ones place. Okay, so remember, you have hundreds, tens, and ones, right? So remember, it's ones, tens, hundreds, ones, tens, hundreds. So if I have the number 340, I have 3 in the hundreds place, 4 in the tens place, 0 in the ones place. Okay? So this is a happy benchmark number because in the ones place, you can draw that smiley face. So it's a happy benchmark number is a number that has a 0 in the ones place, like this. Okay? So today, you're going to have to learn how to count by hundreds, tens, and ones, which we kind of practiced yesterday. So if you're counting by hundreds and you're counting the value, how much it's worth, you count 100, 200, 300, 400, and so on. Okay? If you're counting by tens, you go 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, and so on. And then ones, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You know that. Okay. So today, you're going to have to draw, label, and box numbers. Okay, so first you draw, then you label, and then you box it. Okay, so first you're going to have to draw, let's say, the number 100. So I'm going to draw it, and then I'm going to label it and box it. Okay, so I drew it. Here's my group of 100. Remember, you're doing a quick sketch. So these are the pictures you use for your quick sketch. You do a box with 100, a stick for the tens place, and you can write 10 in there, and a circle for the ones place. Okay? So I drew 100. Now I need to count on to, let's say, 126. Okay? So right now I'm at 100. And this is a happy benchmark number because remember, I can draw little smiley faces in it, if you can see. See my smiley faces? Okay. So when you're at a happy benchmark number, then you could do jumps. Okay? So mirrors up. Do this with me. Okay? When you're making jumps, we have big jumps, medium jumps, and little small jumps. Okay? So big jumps are hundreds, then medium are 10, then it goes ones. So it goes ones, tens, and then hundreds is the big jump. Okay? So if you are at a happy benchmark number, you can go really fast and you can make medium jumps and you can count by tens. Okay? You can also do big jumps if you have to count by hundreds. Only when you're at that happy benchmark number. If you're not at a happy benchmark number, you need to make small jumps and count by ones until you get to that happy benchmark number. And I'll show you what I mean in the next example. So right now we're at 100. This is a happy benchmark number because I have 0 in the ones. I also have 0 in the tens. So I'm going to draw an arrow. Now I'm going to count on. So I'm going to make medium jumps and count by tens. So I'm going to add a 10. You can write 10 in there. And this would take me to 110. Okay? So you have to label what you counted. Okay? Then I can add, remember I'm going to 126, so I need another group of 10. This would take me to 120. If you can't count by tens, you can just go 100. 101, 102, 103, 104, 105, 106, 107, 108, 109, 110. So count your fingers, okay? You can use your fingers. If you don't know how to count by tens, like mentally in your brain. Okay? Once again, you could do it again. 110, 111, 112, 113, 114, 115, 116, 117, 118, 119, 120. Okay? So now I'm at 120. Now I need to just count 6 ones. So I go 121, 122, 123, 124, 125, 126. So that's what I counted on until I get 126. So we needed 10, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26 to get to 126. Okay? Let me show you another example. So you need to draw, label, and box this time. We'll start with 136. Okay? Then we need to count to, let's say we're going to count to 150 this time. Okay? So first, I'm going to start again. I'm going to draw 136. So I need a group of 100. Look at the tens place. How many tens? 3 tens is correct. Right? Because this is 100, 110, 120, 130. Now I need 6 ones. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this is 131, 132, 133, 134, 135, 136. Now I need to box it. I drew it, I labeled it by counting on, and then I need to box it. Okay? So now what I'm going to do is I'll draw it down here. Okay? So now we need to count on to 150. Right now we're at 136. Is that a happy benchmark number? The answer is no. So if you said no, you are correct. And the reason why is because that's not a 0. You can't draw a happy face in it. Okay? So you need to get to the next happy benchmark number. So you can count by ones until you get to the next group of 10. Okay? So we're going to draw ones. 137, 138, 139, 140. And now I'm at my happy benchmark number. If you can see, there's a happy face. Okay? So now I'm at my happy benchmark number. So now I can make medium jumps and count by tens. Okay? So now I'm going to add a 10. And that I'm still at a happy benchmark number. Okay? So now I'm at 150. And that's it. Okay? So I needed 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 more to get to that 150. Okay? So remember, the first thing you need to do is what? So you need to draw, label, and box your number. And then after that, to get to the next number, you need to get to that happy benchmark number. If you're not there, you count by ones, remember? Just like we did right here. If you are, you count by tens. Or even, big jump, hundreds. Okay. So now you're going to do your problem set, okay? So you need to find lesson 2 problem set. So it's module 3. You need to find lesson 2. So it says the same thing. You're starting with number 1. Draw, label, and box 100. Draw pictures of the units you use to count from 100 to 124. So this is sort of like the first question we did. So first you need to draw, label, and box 100. And then, just like this. And then make sure you label it, okay? And this is like kind of like the value, how much it's worth. And then you need to count on underneath. Okay? You're going to do the same thing for number 2. Okay? On the back. So now you need to draw a label on box 85, and then you need to get from 85 to 120. 85, that's not a happy benchmark number. So what are you going to start counting by? If you said 1s, you are correct. That will take your next happy benchmark number. Okay? Then you need to get to 120. Number 4, it says 120. And you need to count to get to 193. So if you notice, you're already at a happy benchmark number because you can draw a happy face in that 0 in that 1's place. So you can already start jumping by 10s, but then once you get to 190, to get to 193, think about what you need to count by. Okay? Okay, get started.